Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to help you to create a plan to invest 10k in just 1 year. I hope you are not looking for the easy way because it is going to be hard but so worth it. Anyone can do it, all you need is a little creativity and a plan. So let's start planning. But before we do, a quick disclaimer. Contact your financial advisor to check what is possible for you. Do your own research, and past performances are not a guarantee for future results. My name is Anne-Sophie and I love everything personal finance. Share with me your struggles and hopefully I can create a video to answer some of them. To explain my strategy, I have used an Excel. You can create your own to run with your own numbers. I will start with 0, but I do think you need an emergency fund before you start. I will use a 0.5 rate of return on investments monthly, which is conservative and doable. We will explore two strategies. The first one is a linear progression. Every month you will add money from 0 to 10k in the same amount. It will be hard to come up with that amount in the beginning, but as time goes by and the investments grow, it will be easier and easier. You will depend more on the market at the end, but in the end, in such a time period, which is short, and such small amounts, relatively, it won't matter that much. The second strategy is exponential, or quote-unquote exponential. You start slow and you increase that amount every month till you get to the 10k. This strategy is more realistic for many of us, in terms of energy, work, and money set aside. And you will need less help from the stock market and will depend less from it. 10k divided by 12 is $834. I will show you how to get there, but before that, here is the strategy in a glimpse, with a gain of $850 a month so that you can then turn it down a little and go to $800 a month. As you can see, the interests grow every month, and if it was 1% rate of return, they would be double of this. As you notice in December, the difference of 800 minus 46 in interest is 754, which is a lot less than the 850 of January. So let's look at January and how to get $850 invested. If you have no income, that would be 28.5 more or less per day, but I advise you to look for a job and try to save $250, maybe have some overtime for $100. That will make it a lot easier, and only an extra of $16.67 to hustle. Then in February you will have the first interest over your $850 invested, which is $4. It's not much yet, but it helps. After starting good in January, you will be very motivated and save more from your income. And for example, here 300 from your job, 100 in overtime. At this point, you will also understand that only an income from your job is not enough and hustling is a lot of work. But if you have one that can get you 150 consistently every month, go for it. For example, I used to be a swimming instructor and I was earning $150 a month consistently. To reach $850 invested in February, I would just have needed an extra $296, which is just a little less than $10 a day. And I think everyone can put that together by selling sandwiches, muffins, jewelry, babysit, dog walk. There are so many options to find a side hustle. You could always look for freelance, or you can check out my video with 15 different side hustles ideas. I will go through March and April this way, and then I will put together different months next to each other so that we can go through it a lot faster. The interests have grown to $850, and we still want to go to $850. Let's say you got even more efficient with saving money from your job and a little bit less overtime so that you can invest more time into your side hustle, which leaves us with $241 to hustle next to it. In April, the interests have grown to almost $13, and this time you saved a little less from your job because you invested some of it into your side hustle. For example, if you freelance, you have invested in a better computer. If you do photography, maybe you have invested in a better camera. This month is an investment into yourself to increase your hustle money. In May, June, and July, the interests still grow and you will save a little more than in April, but let's live life a little. $250 per month. Next to that, your side hustle is steadily growing. $400, $400, $500, which means that the small hustle you need next to it gets smaller and smaller. In July, you can see $250 a day, which is so manageable. To those 3 months, I will add August, September, and October so that you can actually compare them. I have taken out the small hustle and we have invested in passive income. For example, if you are into freelance or photography, maybe you could sell a class or a course to someone that is interested to do the same. Maybe you start a YouTube channel to provide this information for free and hope for some monetization with advertisements, or maybe you can find someone that will do the work for you. It's not passive exactly, but it does increase your income. Now adding November and December to this overview, you can see that the interests are growing a lot, and by now we only need 800 instead of 850. I hope that with this overview you will learn to put your time efficiently to work. For example, if your passive income is increasingly more, you could maybe hustle less. Or if your passive income is so great, maybe you could start to work less and invest more time into a passive income. Strategy 2 is a little different. Instead of doing 850 every month, you will start slow with 100 and end real big with 1900. As you can see, with this strategy, the interests are close to none, or at least a lot less than in strategy 1. January, February, and March are to focus on creating a small business / side hustle / side gig. You want in the very first month already get your first sale just to get used to the fact that you need skills, and those are social, to sell something, to sell your skills, and well, to get motivated. In month 2, the interests are 50 cents, so let's just say you shouldn't focus on that one, and instead of that, focus on doubling your new business. For example, if you were at 20, now you need to be at 40, and the more you can sell with your business, the less you need to save from your job. Same for March. April to June, the interests are growing, but what is really growing is your new business. From almost $200 to almost $400 in 2 months, it's gonna be hard, but that way you don't need to save that much from your job. July to December, there will come a time that it's just not efficient to put time in overtime or into your job when you can actually put it all into your business. Make sure to evaluate the risk and take it when it makes sense. So if by the end of this year or next year you want 10K, it is achievable, it is worth it, but man, it's gonna be work. If you need some ideas of a side hustle or small business, you can check this video or in the description below. And finally, my last tip is to invest your time efficiently. And to do so, like and subscribe for more. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye!